Sai Ram students, welcome back. Today we are going to learn EVS 1 Geography Chapter 2 Motions of the Earth. But before starting, let's take a short recap of previous video, Motion of the Earth Part 1. Recap: the Earth's rotation, the North and South Pole, equator, hemisphere, rotation of the Earth, day and hour. So students, now we are going to start with our next point. See this picture. With the help of this picture, we are going to try this experiment. Try this. Now, move the globe along the circle on the table. As you do this, keep rotating the globe and ensure that the axis does not change its orientation. Students, orientation means the position or direction of the object faces. Next point. Eventually, the globe will come back to its original place on the circle. Eventually means finally. Finally, the globe will come back to its original place on the circle. This is how the Earth revolves around the Sun even as it rotates around itself. Students, we are going to do one experiment. You have to make a big circle, and at the center of the circle you will make a candle to stand. Lit the candle. This is a miniature model of the Earth, and now we are going to do this experiment. Stand a candle in the middle of the large table. Draw a big circle around the candle. Place a globe at any point on this circle. Light the candle. Say that it is dark in the room. Suppose that the candle is your sun. Place a bindi on the globe. Students, now turn the globe anti-clockwise. Note when it is sunrise, noon and sunset at the location of the bindi. After one sunrise, note when the next one occurs at the bindi. You will see that this happens when the Earth completes one rotation, that is, when it makes one complete turn around itself. Students, just have a look here. This is a bindi over here. I am turning this globe anti-clockwise. See, the bindi, when it will appear again towards the candle, yes, this completed one rotation, so it is a day, 24 hours. Again it came in front of the candle, so this is a day, and the other part which is in the darkness is known as night. Towards to the sun is day, and behind is the darkness is night. Students, now move the globe along the circle on the table. As you do this, keep rotating the globe and ensure that the axis does not change its orientation. Eventually, the globe will come back to its original place on the circle. It will rotate itself and on the axis and eventually it will come back to its original place. So this is how the earth revolves around the sun even as it rotates around itself. The period of time the earth takes to complete one revolution around the sun is called 1 year. There are about 365 days and 6 hours in a year. Is it clear? Now the next is revolution. The movement of earth around the sun is called revolution. The earth keeps on rotating around itself as well as revolving around the sun. Now students, tell me, what is revolution? Yes, very good. The movement of the earth around the sun is called revolution. And what it does? The earth keeps on rotating around itself as well as revolving around the sun. Now the next, year. The period of time the earth takes to complete one revolution around the sun is called 1 year. What is a year? The period of time the earth takes to complete one revolution around the sun is called 1 year. There are about 365 days and 6 hours in 1 year. How many days? 365 days and 6 hours in 1 year. And the next is a leap year. Let's see what is a leap year. In the Gregorian calendar, the year is taken to have 365 days. Gregorian means, students, it is a calendar used in most of the world. Means the calendar which we use at our residence from January to December. That calendar is known as Gregorian calendar. And it has 365 days. Next, it means that it counts 6 hours less every year. That makes 24 hours or 1 day in every 4 years. How many hours is counted less every year? 6 hours. Very good. And what does it makes? 24 hours or 1 day in every 4 years. Good. Next, to make up for this lost 1 day, the month of February in the Gregorian calendar has an extra day every 4th year. Yes, you know extra day means February usually we has 28 days, but after 4 years we have 1 day extra in February, that is 29 days. Next, that year is called a leap year. Means when 29 days occur, that year we say as a leap year, and it has 366 instead of 365 days. That year has 366 days instead of 365 days, and February has 29 instead of 28 days. Did you understand? Now next, students, the next one is changing time span of the day and night. Due to revolution of the earth and also due to inclined axis of the earth, there is change in the time span of daytime and night time. Students, you know that the length of the day and night is not always equal. This happens because of the earth's inclined axis and its revolution around the sun. Now, inclined means having a slope. Did you understand? Now the next one. In the northern hemisphere, between 22nd March and 23rd September, the days are long and the nights are short. When the days are long and nights are short in the northern hemisphere? Yes, on 22nd March and 23rd September. Next point. During this time, there is summer in the northern hemisphere. So therefore, there is summer in the northern hemisphere. Next, during this same period, the nights are longer and the days are shorter in the southern hemisphere. There is winter in the southern hemisphere. Students, however, during this period in the southern hemisphere, the nights are longer than the days because the earth gets less heat in this part and therefore it is winter in southern hemisphere. So the next one. In the northern hemisphere, between 23rd September to 22nd March, the days are short and nights are long. Next, in this time, there is winter in the northern hemisphere. Students, here there is winter because in the northern hemisphere it gets less heat, so there is winter. And the next is during this same period there is summer in the southern hemisphere with longer days and shorter nights. Yes, because students, southern hemisphere gets more heat and it is summer there. Now, just have a look at this table. So the dates are given. The northern hemisphere and the southern hemisphere, day, night and the seasons are been mentioned in the table. whatever we have seen just before the explanation, the same is given in the table. Just have a look at the table. Just have a look. 22nd March to 23rd September in Northern Hemisphere. Days are long and nights are short, and the season is summer. And in the Southern Hemisphere, same date, same time, you can see the days are short, nights are long, and the season is winter. Did you understand? Now let's see the next one. Students, as we have seen in the explanation before, the same has been mentioned in the table below also. The date is given 23rd September to 22nd March in Northern Hemisphere. The days are short and nights are long, and the season is winter. And in the Southern Hemisphere, the days are long, nights are short, and the season is summer. Did you understand? Now the next one, main season, sub-seasons. Now let's see main seasons. Which are the main seasons in India? The main seasons in India are summer, rainy and winter. Now we will see the sub-seasons. Which are the sub-seasons in India? Yes, Vasant, Grishma, Varsha, Sharad, Hemant and Shishir. Those are all sub-seasons in India. Now tell me, students, how many sub-seasons are there in India? Very good. 6 sub-seasons are there in India. And how many seasons are there? Yes, very good. 3 seasons are there in India. They are summer, rainy and winter. Students, the next is, what is Ritu Chakra? In India, the cycle of this 6 seasons is called Ritu Chakra. Now, which 6 seasons? Yes, just we have seen. They are Vasant, Grishma, Varsha, Sharad, Hemant and Shishir. Next point. Many of our Indian festivals, songs and games are dependent on seasons. Students, as I will give some examples of festivals. In Vasant Ritu, the festivals which come along is Holi of Maharashtra, Bihu of Assam. Then in Grishma Ritu, the festival comes as Guru Purnima, Dasera. In Varsha Ritu, Raksha Bandhan, Ganesh Chaturthi. In Sharad Ritu, Sharad Purnima, Navratri. In Hemant Ritu, Dhanteras, Diwali, Then in Shishir Ritu, Makar Sankranti of Maharashtra and Pongal of Tamil Nadu. Yes, now the next point, the full moon day. Students, the entire side of the moon that faces the earth is seen on the full moon day. Since moon receives light from the sun, the moon appears to be round and bright on the full moon day. This means the moon receives light, because of which we can see the bright side of the full moon, and that is known as full moon day. Did you understand? The next is the new moon day, the day on which the sunlight that falls on the moon cannot be seen from the earth. We cannot see the illuminated moon from the earth. Illuminated means brighten part of the moon. On this day, we cannot see the moon in the sky. This day is called the new moon day. Now, students, just tell me, what is the new moon day? Yes, when the sun rays falls on the moon and we cannot see the moon because of the brightened part of the moon. This day is called the new moon day. Next is SHUKLA PAKSHA, waxing moon. The period from the new moon day to the full moon day is called fortnight of waxing moon or SHUKLA PAKSHA. Fortnight means, you know, students, 2 weeks is equal to 1 fortnight. Now the next, the new moon means 15 days. The full moon is equal to the waxing moon, that is SHUKLA PAKSHA. Students, you know that the new moon from 14 to 15 days to the full moon is equal to is known as the waxing moon, means the SHUKLA PAKSHA. Understand? Now the next one, let's see what is KRISHNA PAKSHA. KRISHNA PAKSHA means waning moon. The period from the full moon day to the new moon day is called fortnight. Fortnight means 2 weeks of waning moon or KRISHNA PAKSHA. Now see here, the full moon to 14 to 15 days, the new moon is equal to the waning moon. Now, you know what is waxing and waning? Waxing means moon getting larger each night, and waning means moon getting smaller and smaller each night. Now the next is, what is lunar month? The period from one new moon day to the next new moon day is called a lunar month, which is about 28 to 30 days. The fortnight of the waxing moon and the fortnight of the waning moon is equal to a lunar month. Means fortnight of waxing moon means 14 to 15 days plus the fortnight of waning moon means 14 to 15 days
Means 14 plus 14 is equal to 28 days. And 15 is equal to 15 plus 15, 30 days. So 28 or 30 days is a lunar month. Yes, the next, what is Tithi? Students, every day in the lunar month is called a Tithi. Means every day. What is Tithi? Every day in the lunar month is called a Tithi. Now next, what we have learned today? Revolution, year, a leap year, changing time span of the day and night, main season, sub-seasons, the full moon day, the new moon day, Shukla Paksha, waxing moon, Krishna Paksha,
waning
moon, lunar month, Tithi. Did you understand? Now the next we will do is a small activity. Write whether the following statements are true or false. If false, rewrite them after correcting. Means you have to tell that it is true or false, and then if it is false, you are going to write the statement again. Is it clear? Let's do the first one. The earth rotates from the east to the west. Yes, now tell me, is it right or wrong? Yes, true or false? Yes, it's false. And the correct statement is the earth rotates from the west to the east. Very good. Now the next one. In a leap year, there are 28 days in the month of February. Is it true or false? Leap year, we have seen the leap year. Yes, false. In a leap year, there are 29 days in the month of February. Next, third one. We do not see the moon in the sky on a new moon day. Is it true or false? Come on, guess. Yes, it's true. So, need not write the statement again. Now, the next one, fourth one. The lighted part of the moon decreases in the size and seems smaller and smaller in Shukla Paksha. Yes, is it true or false? It's false. The moon increases in size and seems bigger and bigger in Shukla Paksha. Yes, Shukla Paksha means which moon? Waxing or
waning
yes? Can you guess? Which moon? Waxing or
waning
it's waxing moon. Yes, right. Yes, students. That's all for today. Sai Ram. Thank you.